Brown right along ringside, and by golly, we are, in fact, ready for championship wrestling.
I think so. We're going to have Coco Ware in here in the opening match. He will be going against the Phantom. Don't know much about him, but I do know that Jimmy Hart is going to be with him today.
Sure,
the Phantom against Coco Ware. Then it'll be Rich Winters and Tim Leonard against the Nightmares. New teams on both sides of the ring. And the main event, the expiration of time match today. Can't wait for this one. Superstar Bill Dundee teamed with the Dream Machine to go against Mr. Onita, Masafuchi, and their manager, of course, Tojo Yamamoto.
By golly, Dave, and that's not all either. We got some dynamite tape on some action that has taken place, and I think you're going to want to see it. The likes of, for instance, Jerry the King Lawler and Dory Funk Jr. All of that today. One championship wrestling program. We're going to be back and get started on it in just a moment. So we're about ready to go with our opening bout in here. We'll have the opportunity to see in action a brand new one, the Phantom. And as I figured and said a little bit earlier, Jimmy Hart, I am sure, will be telling us all about the Phantom. Hey, we're going to give you the opportunity for the introduction here. Now, wait a minute, Jimmy. What is this you brought out?
Let me tell you something. Jimmy Hart is full of surprises, as always. You know, about 6 months ago, everybody counted me out of professional wrestling. A broken jaw, fractured wrist, fractured fingers, baby. Well, let me tell you something right now, and I'm serving warning to everybody out there. From now on, baby, nobody touches Jimmy Hart ever again. You see this man next to me?
I see that
He's
man.
the Phantom. And you're going to see him in the ring in just a few seconds, and we're going to show you what we're going to do, that little jabroni up in the ring, Coco Ware. But let me tell you something. Like I said, nobody's ever going to touch Jimmy Hart again. The Lawlers, the Dundees, the Dream Machines. You know, the answer to a dream is a nightmare. And I've also signed another great team, the Nightmares. So this is going to be the restart of the family. How can you replace an Austin Idol or Jimmy Valiant? It's hard, but, baby, I've come up with it. So all I've got to say is, wrestling world, beware, because I am going to control the empire of professional wrestling. And you can bank on that, people.
Okay.
You watch and see. You watch and see, Russell.
I'm going to keep my eye on it, Jimmy. You better believe that. Okay, to the ring now. We're about ready to go with the opening bout here on Championship Wrestling, Dave.
Time limit match at 221 pounds from Union City, Tennessee. On the right of the screen here, that's Coco Ware. And going against him at 240 pounds with his manager, Jimmy Hart, the Phantom. One fall, 15-minute time limit. Referee Paul Morton.
Okay, Coco pulling the jacket off, ready for it. Bell time, and here we go.
Coco Ware and the Phantom. Phantom's considerably bigger than Coco.
Very big.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh. Rolled him back onto the ropes. Phantom broke off of there. Back to the center of the ring. Jimmy Hart speaking to Coco Ware from the corner, taunting him. Coco got the headlock. Put the Phantom down on the mat. Phantom slips out of that headlock. Back up on his feet. Coco had the arm lock, but lost it. Coco had his arm round behind him, but he flipped the Phantom. Broke out of that. Phantom had a standing wrist lock. Coco flipped round behind him. Both wrestlers on their feet, kind of stalking each other. We're at minute 45 seconds into the action. Back on the ropes, referee Paul Morton there, calling for a break. Well, you got a clean break, but then the Phantom kind of halfway slapped Coco. Coco returns a favor. see Jimmy Hart. Jimmy Hart says that Coco is just asking for trouble. Coco got that arm up behind his back. Phantom hanging on to him. Coco backs to the corner. Referee Paul Morton wants a break. Phantom maintains control. Got a bar on Coco's arm. Coco on the rope. Whipped across the ring. Coco slips around behind him. Phantom hits the man, shoulders down briefly. Can't hold him down long enough for the referee to get the count started, though. Coco with the face lock. Phantom breaks out of it. On his feet quickly. 3.5 minutes gone. One fall. 15-minute time limit match. Coco Ware against the Phantom. The Phantom's manager, Jimmy Hart, seated in the corner. Yes, Jimmy, we are sure. Coco's a former TV champion on Championship Wrestling. He was the first TV champion, as a matter of fact. And there's one of the reasons why. Shoulders down. Phantom gets a 1 count. But then able to get the shoulders up at that point. Coco Ware got him coming off the ropes, just kept him rolling. Rolled those shoulders down, pinned him briefly. The Phantom. Big guy. Oh, he tried to pick Coco up, body slam him. Coco hooked him, put him down. Coco trying to make those shoulders stick for a 3 count. Battling back and forth. Either wrestler able to stand. Oh, Phantom. He just dropped Coco's Ware's feet out from under him. Right down to the mat. Hit on his back. Didn't go for the pin, though. Coco able to keep the shoulders up all the time. 5 minutes gone. Coco whips into the rope. Brings the foot up, coming off of there. Goes with a splash, but misses. As the Phantom pulled up his feet. And Coco rolled over him. Phantom, bottom of the foot. Big foot, too. One thing about the Phantom, nobody's going to get his boots off of it. He's got those things taped from his ankles down to his toes. Coco catches himself. Fires out of the corner. Shoulders down. Count of 2 on the Phantom, but the Phantom able to break it. Whoa, look out. Phantom coming in with a right hand. 6 minutes into the action. Phantom with a flip puts Coco to the mat.
Coco with that flying press almost ended the debut of Jimmy Hart's new world's greatest athlete there.
Uh-oh, driving slam.
He got it.
And that's it. The Phantom comes away with a victory over Coco Ware. He didn't get it easily, though. But he does, in fact, get the win. And look, Jimmy Hart up there explaining to Coco why he lost. 6 minutes, 17 seconds, the time on it.
I'll tell you one thing for a fact. Coco battled him right down to the nubbin in there, but that was a super power slam that the Phantom, I'll have to give him credit for that. Jimmy Hart, who was taking all of the bows for the Phantom out here, he at least came through with a victory. Coming over right now, speaking of TV champions, is a former TV champ, Dutch Mantell. Dutch?
Okay, first of all, I want to say one thing. Now, I've had a whole week to think about what happened to me last week, and I'm not at all happy about it. Now, Kevin Sullivan, I gave him a shot at the TV title, and it was just his day, Lance Russell, and he came out on top. But I said last week I was going to come back. Now, I'm here, but I don't see no Kevin Sullivan around here. And that disturbs me a lot because I was man enough to give him a match, and when it comes time, say, to give me a match, conveniently for him, he's not here. Well, I'm going to tell you one thing, Sullivan, and I want everybody that's listening to hear what I got to say. And I'm going to challenge him publicly on TV right here. I want to see what kind of man he thinks he really is. And I want to challenge him publicly right here on TV for next week. I want him to put the TV title on the line right here on TV next week. And if he's man enough to do it, then I want the shot. And if he's not man enough, he's going to show everybody that's watching this TV today that he's dodging me. And he can dodge and hide and run, but he can't run forever. And if he's any kind of man, and if he thinks he's the best that there is, and if he thinks he's the best thing that's come down the pike since a sliced bread, then I want him to accept my challenge. And if you see him, you tell him. And if any of you fans see him, you tell him that the Dutchman is looking. And when I look, I'm going to find him. And when I find him, I'm bringing the TV title back for me. I'm going to tell him one thing. Muscles might look good to the fans, but when you step in this ring, they don't look good to me. And I'm going to take you, Sullivan, and I'm going to take my TV title back if he'll give me the match. And we're going to see what kind of man Kevin Sullivan is. Thank you, Lynn.
Fair enough, Dutch. I think you deserve one, no question about it. I remember that Mantell was man enough, Dave, to give Coco a return shot at the title, and he is asking the same of Kevin Sullivan. We can't guarantee it. We'll just have to look and see. Hope maybe it takes place. Right now, let's take time out. Be back. Just a moment. Tuesday night, Louisville Gardens, super card. Can't give you the whole card right now. Will a little bit later. 19-man, two-ring, triple chance, battle royal. But stand by for this one. Jerry, the King Lawler, Terry Funk, a Texas death match. We got the King right here, and by golly, this is the thing that Funk really is looking for. He's the king of the Texas death match. He wanted this one, Jerry.
That's right. You know, last week I asked for the match with the cage around the ring where nobody could interfere. There'd be no stopping the match. So now he felt like it was his turn to ask for a match. And this is one that, like you said, he claims to be the king of this type match. His father had supposedly never lost one. And he said that he's carrying on the tradition. I don't know if the people are familiar with the rules. It means there's no time limit. Wrestle all night. No disqualification. The referee's completely powerless to stop anything, no matter what goes on. Pile drivers or objects in the ring or anything like that. And falls don't count. You can get pinned, but you just keep right on going until one man is unable to.
You can be leading 30 falls to 1 and still lose.
That's exactly right. So, like I said, this is the kind of match that Terry Funk thinks that it's going to take to get rid of me. Well, I got news for Mr. Terry Funk. I've been in some Texas death matches in the past, and I've never lost a Texas death match either, Lance. So what this is going to boil down to is it's going to be 2 unbeatens, and now you can't come out of a Texas death match with a draw.
Got to be a winner.
There's got to be a winner. So Terry Funk, there's only going to be one winner, and it's either going to be you or it's going to be I. There's only going to be one king of the Texas death matches in Louisville, Kentucky after Tuesday night. And I know what I'm dealing with now. You're not just a normal, everyday, run-of-the-mill wrestler. You are a complete idiot. And I don't care what I have to do. You know, I invented about 90% of the dirty tricks that the people have seen around this area, and I'm going to bring my entire bag of tricks, and I'm going to reach way back, and I'm going to pull out every stop, and I'm going to use everything that I have to, but I'm going to walk out of that ring a winner.
Can you imagine a Texas death match, Lawler and Funk?
Let's take a look at the Dream Machine, Superstar Bill Dundee, and Roy Rogers on one side of the ring, while on the other was Kevin Sullivan, Wayne Ferris, and Jimmy Hart, a 6-man tag team match.
I don't want to let it pass. I've got to draw the attention. You folks are going to see what was an exciting 6-man tag match. But in addition to that, the wonderful side of Jimmy Hart, of how big and brave he is when he gets in the ring himself. So let's take a look at this action right now. Tag on Ferris. Wayne zeroes on him. Boy, it's becoming a real slugfest now. Ferris puts him down this time. Hart, cheap shot, leaning over the rope. This time Ferris missed, goes into an abdominal stretch. It's a good one, too. Sullivan and Dundee tied up. Hart comes in, nails Roy Rogers. Jumps out, Dundee missed him. Wayne Ferris going after Rogers after Hart had bammed him. Ferris has got him bleeding. Hart busted him. He may have had something in his hand. I couldn't see it. And then Ferris really took over. Roy's covered up in the face. The face really busted open. Count of 2, and he gets out. Sullivan's shaken. Rogers trying to fight back. Rogers in desperation, swinging away again. Mayer. Ferris comes in, kicks him right in the head. And Rogers about out on his feet, swinging just wildly everywhere, but he's being effective from time to time as Ferris grabs him this time. Oh, boy, he is really bleeding. Gray Machine and Dundee standing in the corner. They've jumped in unofficially. They're now back hoping he can get a tag. Ferris just kind of teasing, lets him go there, and Dundee starts in after him. The referee stops him. There's a tag on Sullivan. Kevin takes over. Rogers again up, just swinging away. Whip to the rope. Gets him. And that bear hug of Rogers flailing his arm. Dundee jumps over, tags Sullivan. There's a cover. Hart from behind. Rogers now once again under control with Sullivan and Ferris grabbing him. Well, I don't admire the way they're doing it, but they're doing what is smart. If you get a guy hurt, keep him in there. There's a whip. Rogers kicks him and just falls straight down. Sullivan has his right blocked, and Rogers swings back at him. Sullivan grabs him by the tight tag, Ferris. Referee gets him out of the ring. Ferris plants one in his midsection. Roy Rogers, boy, he's been in there a long time. 17 minutes has passed. And there's a tag on Jimmy Hart. Hart just runs around, kicking at him. Now he starts swinging those arms. Oh, and Rogers nails him. Dundee goes for Hart, the dream for Ferris. And Rogers, still staggering, puts Hart down. Hart laying down. Ferris slipped a string or rope or something around him. Throws Hart on top of Rogers. The Dream goes after Ferris. 2, 3, and that's going to be it. Roy Rogers is going to be pinned. But wow, what a finish. So in 18 minutes and 3 seconds, the winners, Sullivan, Ferris, and Jimmy Hart over Dundee, Dream Machine, in a dead game, Roy Rogers.
Well, it hurt me to have to add Jimmy Hart's name on the winning side of it, but that's Jimmy Hart in action. Thought you may be interested in seeing that 6-man tag. We got more action. Be back to it just a moment. 15-minute time limit match. Introducing at a total weight of 409 pounds on the right of your screen, from Chicago, Illinois, Rich Winters, and from Jonesboro, Arkansas, Tim Leonard. Going against him, total weight 424 pounds, with their manager Jimmy Hart, the Nightmares. This match will be one fall, 15-minute time limit. That's Paul Morton, the referee.
Hart, if you missed it at the beginning of the show, introduced another new find of his, the Phantom, and he'd mentioned the Nightmares. And we're about ready to see him in action against Leonard and Winters. Bell time, and we're off and running. Not the biggest of the tag teams on the side that we've seen, Dave. Big enough, but...
They do not have that super size.
No, like the Bounty Hunters or guys like that. Jimmy Hart giving a little advice as Tim Leonard ties it up with the Nightmares. We'll have to designate them 1 or 2 or something. I don't know exactly. Since he started first, we'll make him
Nightmare with number 1, all right?
Okay, there's the tag on. The other Nightmare coming into the ring, making his first appearance on Championship Wrestling. Leonard still in. Standing side headlock. Rich Winters, we have never seen before. Rich also making his first appearance on Championship Wrestling. Front face lock. Nightmare number 2 hanging in, and he turns Leonard over, but Leonard quickly right back up to his feet. And there, yeah, Jimmy, it was a good move. Yeah, and the Nightmare is down as Leonard caught in the head scissors right now, coming out of it. We're in the opening moments of a one fall, 15-minute time limit bout.
This is the bigger of the two guys, of the Nightmares. Again, we said neither of them have lots of size, but this one's bigger than Nightmare number 1. Oh, Leonard slipped out of it. Goes for a headlock.
Paul Morton almost got involved in that one as trying to kick his way around. Nightmare number 2 got his legs up around the referee's head. Back to the corner, and Nightmare number 1. A little conversation. Hart steps up to make a comment, and Tim Leonard continues in there for the team of Leonard and Winters. Back over to the corner. There's the tag. And number 1 back in. Meets him with a foot right to the midsection. Front face lock. Leonard caught. There's the tag. Back to number 2. Now they're using that good tag strategy. Stay near the corner if you can, and you can tag in and out at random. And over. There's the tag on Rich Winters before he ever gets in the ring. Number 2, front face locked in, tags out to number 1, and boy, he greets him with a big foot. In the air, big slam. And the Nightmares working on Winters. Power slam from Nightmare number 1. Couple of good moves right in a row there. A tag out to number 2, and up with a body slam. And again, another power slam. And the Nightmares turning it up. Winters never had a chance. He was coming through the rope when they front face locked him in there. And that took care of the action.
I came here for a purpose. I want to know where Judge Jerry Lawler is. I came here to confront him today. Where is Lawler?
Lawler is in Florida. He had other commitments.
You are a liar. You are a liar. I came here for a purpose.
We got a match.
I came here to go ahead and not show before 10,000 people that Lawler is nothing. I wanted to show it before 10 million people. You are a liar.
I'm not, Terry. Why don't we talk about
I want to show the people here that
Lawler
I'm
is
the meanest man in professional wrestling. I am the meanest man in professional wrestling. I'm going to show you. I'll show you. Who can I wrestle?
We don't have anybody here right now. We don't have. Hey, come on, Terry. Now, don't. Now, listen. Don't get involved in this thing. Terry Funk. Oh, boy. Terry Funk. Out of nowhere. comes into the area. Jimmy Hart tells the Nightmares to get out of there. They let him have it. The referee, Paul Watson, that's going to be a disqualification in there. Leonard fired into the rope. He's kicked out on the floor. It's Funk. Come on now, Terry. Get out of there. Rich Winter straight up, and he slammed down as Funk. He's got no business in here. He's got his beef. He can settle some other time. He doesn't even have any business being here. Leonard put back down. Terry Funk, former NWA World Heavyweight Champion, dumped over, slammed into the camera. Now he's pounded on Leonard. Oh, man. Hey, can we let's get Funk out of here. Terry Funk's beef with Lawler has nothing to do with a young fella like Tim Leonard up there. And now Funk attacks the Nightmare and says, come on, Terry. Hey. Okay. Terry, can we just take it on out and we'll talk about it later. Lawler is not here. Now, I can't say it any plainer than that. He's in Florida.
I'm going to tell you something. Let me tell you one thing. I am the meanest man in professional wrestling. And you're on Lawler's side.
I'm not on Lawler's side. I just don't want the trouble that you're
The referee's on Lawler's side. You idiots are on Lawler's side. And evidently, the airplane people are on Lawler's side because they informed him that I was coming here. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I am going to take Lawler. And I'm going to...
Come on, Terry. Okay.
And I'm not only going to show him, I'm going to take him out. I'm going to take him out. I'm going to take him. I'm going to take him out. Not for a short time. I am going to take him out.
Come on, Terry.
For a
Come on, please. Will you just... Hey.
I moved here.
Well...
I'm moving here. I'm not leaving. I am here from now on. This area is horse country. This area is horse country. And believe me, I am going to be the biggest set around.
Okay, we'll talk to you about it later. Terry Funk, please, move him out now. I'll tell you what we better do. Let's take a break, and we'll be back. I do have the full card for Louisville Tuesday night, but first Madisonville tonight. The Dream and the Superstar will be against the Japanese team of Onita and Fuchi. That's in Madisonville tonight. Now, listen to Tuesday night. Can you believe 8 big matches, regular prices, no increase, when Chief Thundercloud goes against the Phantom, Eddie Gilbert, Coco Ware against the Nightmares, Chick Donovan against Ron Sexton, Huge Plowboy Frazier and the Dutchman against the Japanese team, Onita and Fuchi, Dundee and the Dream against the Boston Battler, Kevin Sullivan, and Pretty Boy Wayne Ferris, Roy Rogers, single match, Jimmy Hart, the opponent, and then a 19-man double ring, triple chance, battle royal. And that, my friends, is only the beginning. A Texas death match. The King, Jerry Lawler, Terry Funk, both undefeated, will be facing each other Tuesday night in the Louisville Gardens. between Jerry Lawler and Dory Funk Jr. was some kind of rough and tough action. It went 32 minutes and so many seconds on the thing. We have some highlights of it. I'd like for you to see it. The King and Dory Funk Jr. Main event action from the Mid-South Coliseum in Memphis, Tennessee, where Jerry the King Lawler, current holder of the AWA Southern Heavyweight title, former holder of the CWA World Heavyweight title, is facing the holder of as many titles as you can probably count on several toes and hands and so forth. Dory Funk Jr., his opponent tonight, starts right off, mares Lawler over a side headlock on the mat. Whoa! There's that tremendous forearm uppercut. And he is lashing Lawler. Takes him up and over, down. Lawler again on his feet. He's got to figure some way to come out of those long arms of Dory Funk. Oh, there it is. And Lawler caught in the midsection. Tapped again. And a front face lock as Dory Jr. hadn't said a word. Shoulder from Funk. Hip toss, and Lawler picks him straight up. Body slam. Lawler after him with that right. Snaps Dory's head back. Referee saying open the hand up and quit using a fist, and you notice how much good that did. Working our way around to the 20-minute mark here in another few seconds. As Lawler pounding, Funk covering up now with both arms. And as the referee grabs the arm of Lawler to stop him from using it, Funk comes out with a knee. Funk again goes to that favorite weapon of his. And Lawler is becoming impervious to pain. We're coming up on the 25-minute mark. Dory Jr. drops a knee again at him. Up by the hair. There's the forearm again. And Dory Jr. a third time. Lawler hit it hard. Straight over backwards. Jerry getting pumped up. Lawler caught him this time. Nails him with a right. Dory's down. Again. Straight over the shoulder. Lawler pumping him hard with that right hand. Lawler hanging on to him. But Funk also hanging on into the ropes. Lawler down on the floor hard, out on the concrete. Dory pulls him into the ring by the hair. Goes for the abdominal stretch. "31 minutes. Crowd hollering. We can see it, and I'm sure you can too. Dory has hold of the trunk. You can see it on this side. The referee can't see it. He is really stretching Lawler, and he catches his hand in there and breaks up the hole. Lawler close to submission. Dory Jr. jumps down, grabs a stick from Jimmy Hart, brings it in the ring, just breaks it over his knee. That may be a disqualification on Funk. It should be. Jerry Calhoun trying to fight him off. That's going to be it. 32 minutes, 28 seconds. But Funk has that stick right in Lawler's eye. Lawler grabs the wrist. Dory Funk and Lawler now coming up to his feet. The bout's over officially. Here comes Hart in the ring. Lawler low bridges him. They're battling for that stick. It's half of the thing, and Lawler goes after Dory Jr., and the referee grabs him. The referee nails. Is nailed by Lawler. Lawler down on the floor. They're battling right down below us on the floor. Ooh, boy, I'll tell you, it was some kind of a scrapping battle and a half. Man. Dory Funk Jr., Jerry the King Lawler. We got more action. That big expiration of time match with the Japanese team going against the Dream in Dundee. Back to that in just a moment.
Expiration of time, Paul Morton, the referee.
Okay, waiting now for the teams to break down. The superstar starting out. Across the ring he comes as the Rising Sun flag being given to Tojo Yamamoto. Onita will be starting for the Japanese team. Fuchi and Onita, a smooth working tag group, I'll tell you. They get the advice plus also a little additional assistance from Tojo Yamamoto.
Bill Dundee. Boy, with a takedown, put Mr. Onita on his back. Onita bounced quickly back to his feet. Ooh, the chop. Dundee ducked under it. Got Onita back in the corner, and he's unloading. Dream Machine keeping Fuji in the action. But Tojo came over with that stick. Forgotten what they call it. But he had that stick, and he nailed Dundee in the head. Masafuchi. Chop across the back. Japanese team tags out frequently. They work together superbly as a tag team. You got to give them that. But a more intense, vicious team you will never see. They are tough. Bill Dundee being picked up by the hair. Back on his feet. Using that right fist. Onita stepped in uninvited. Clobbered Bill in the back. Cover. Count of one. Dream Machine is there to help move Mr. Onita to stop that count at one. Oh, double chop by Fuji. A cover and a count of two. Dream Machine there again to stop it at the 2 count. Billy trying to get the tag. He was close to the corner. Masafuchi able to spin him around, get him back closer to the Japanese corner than to his partner. Bill gets loose, heads for the tag, caught by the trunk. Masafuchi kept him away from there. So Bill again does not get the tag on Green. Off the middle rope, it's Mr. Onita. Onita with a choke on Dundee. Dundee again almost made it to the corner, but Onita grabbed him. Fuchi got that gloved right hand. They have been working on Dundee's left shoulder. Almost a claw that they've been putting on the muscles. And apparently it's being somewhat effective anyway. Onita back. Flying chop. Off the top of the head. There's a cover by Onita, but Dundee is halfway under the ropes and got a foot hung over the rope, so no count by the referee. We're 4.5 minutes into action. Oh, Onita off the rope. But he and Dundee hit hard as they came off those ropes. He came flying off of there, both of them on the mat. Referee Paul Morton calling the count on both of them. Dundee using the rope, trying to struggle to his feet. He needs to get to the corner. Onita gets the tag on Fuchi. Fuchi round behind Dundee. The Japanese team. A cover, count of 2. This Japanese team has made frequent exchanges. Dundee has been in there all the way. The entire 5 minutes, 8 seconds of this ball. And he nailed Fuchi. Onita from behind, and that's what's kept him out of the corner. The Japanese team, one way or the other, has been able to keep Bill from getting the tag on Dream. Cover by Fuchi. Count of 2. Green Machine in there to stop it at the 2 count. He's been able to rescue Bill from a possible 3 count on 2 or 3 occasions. Dundee just being pounded by the Japanese team. They have not let up. We are now 6 minutes into the action. First fall of an expiration of time match. Cover by Onita. Green Machine again. Breaks it up. Dundee finally shoves Onita off his feet. Dundee's struggling on his feet. Onita fires him backwards, and Dundee rolls all the way back to the Japanese corner. He was within a couple of feet of getting that tag on the Dream Machine, but now he's all the way across the ring, half under the rope, half in the ring. Masafuchi here. Ojo Yamamoto shattering away, shouting instructions in Japanese. Fuchi and Onita. Dundee grabs the bottom rope. Referee Paul Morton breaks the hold, but that's sick again. There's Kojo. That's the second time. He has pounded Bill with that stick. Dundee using the right hand, battling Onita. Headed for the corner. Green Machine's there. And so is Onita just before he gets to it. Bill swinging. Hitting nothing but the air. He's just about out on his feet.
Billy has sure been in there.
Oh, he sure has all the way. We're 7 minutes, 40 seconds into this one. 7 minutes, 40 seconds gone. Hip toss by Onita. Dundee on the mat. Count of 2. Billy able to break it at the 2 count. Well, this Japanese team must have made 50 tags in and out so far during the match.
Dream's been giving Bill a lot of support from the corner, but where he needs is a tag and in the middle of the ring, and they've just been keeping him from it.
Absolutely. Dream's been doing all he can. Billy fires him away. Heads for the corner. Onita nails him from behind. Count is 1, 2. Dream Machine able to help out there. Boy, that's been valuable several times during the fall. 8 minutes, 40 seconds. Onita with a cover. Count of 2. Dundee, I don't know how he found the strength to do it, but boy, he broke it at the last possible instant. Billy drops Onita, shoulders down. Count of 2 as Onita kicks him back again. Dundee is all the way across the ring from where he needs to be, and that's over there close to the tag on his partner. 9 minutes gone. Long first fall, and remember, Bill Dundee has been in there from the opening bell. Billy again starts for the corner. Masafuchi behind him. He just waited until Bill thought maybe he had a ray of hope, and then Fucci grabbed him. Dundee. Fucci with a cover. Count of 2, and again, Dream Machine. There to prevent the 3 count. Dundee back into the rope. Dipped across the ring. Back drop by Onita. Dundee hung onto the rope, brought the boots up, knocked Onita to the mat, and here comes the Dream Machine. At 10 minutes, 22 seconds of the first fall. Dream Machine with his first official appearance. He's got Onita up in the air. And a drive as he power slams him. Look out, Fucci with a stick. Nails Dream Machine across the back. Onita covers. 1, 2. It's all over. 10 minutes, 49 seconds the time. The Japanese team one fall off.
That first fall. We'll be back in a moment.
Do you have any idea whatsoever as to what a Texas death match is? A Texas death match is a match that goes on until one man can't continue any longer. Falls do not count. There is no stopping because of blood. There's 30 seconds between falls and a 10 count. And in that 10 count, a man has to make it to his feet for the match to continue. It takes a whole lot of guts to compete in a Texas death match, and I've had over 200 Texas death matches in my wrestling career without a defeat. And do you know why I've had that many? Do you know why that I am considered the king of Texas death matches? I'll tell you why. Because I have more guts than anybody else in professional wrestling, because I am meaner than anyone in professional wrestling, because I have more wrestling knowledge than anyone, and I will not be defeated by Jerry Lawler because I have more hatred for that man than any other man in professional wrestling. Look what this man did to me. Look what he did to me. I'm going to tell you people this, that Lawler would be happy to get out of the ring with a broken arm. He'd be happy to get out of the ring with a broken leg, but that's not going to happen. I'm going to break his heart.
Boy, I'll tell you, we're out of time. Wish we had time to talk. We don't. Bye-bye, everybody.
The announcers on this program are selected and paid by parties other than this station, namely the promoters of Championship Wrestling.